Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by longtime Patreon supporter Brett. Huge thanks to Brett and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Brett reached out asking for a deck led by Anzrag the Quake mole for his friend Nate as a birthday present. So, happy birthday, Nate! Now, if you're enjoying my content, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate the support, and if you liked the deck list, consider sharing this video as well. Anzrag the Quake Mole is a 4-mana, 8/4 legendary mole god. Whenever it becomes blocked, we untap each creature we control. After this combat phase, there is an additional combat phase. We may also pay 7 mana in order to force our opponents to block Anzrag the Quake Mole this turn, if able. So, this will be a Gruul beatdown deck. All we need is for Anzrag to be blocked. Also, having him be indestructible would be nice. In fact, it would be nice if all of our attacking creatures were indestructible. Additionally, Brett asked that the deck stay under $200. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. For the past few years, Ultimate Guard has been hard at work finding ways to protect your cards without damaging the planet, and they have discovered it. Boulders, once made entirely of plastic, are now made of 87% renewable resources. They also come in a variety of sizes and colors, including this new orange 133 card box. If you're like me, you have a ton of decks, want a little bit of space for your tokens in your deck boxes, and don't want those boxes filling up an entire suitcase, then this box is the perfect solution. Find out if your local game store carries the new Return to Earth boulders from Ultimate Guard, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. One last announcement before we get into our video. I've been invited to attend MagicCon Chicago. Unfortunately, it looks like I probably won't be able to attend it barring a miracle. If you want to help me and my kid, the one who convinced me to get back into Magic, travel to the Windy City in order to play, consider joining my Patreon. Even if it's just for a month of support, it would mean a lot. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Rockfall Vale, Rootbound Crag, Commercial District, Highland Forest, Wooded Ridgeline, Cinderglade, Karplusan Forest, Crag Crown Pathway, Gruul Turf, Temple of Abandon, Gruul Guildgate, Scavenger Grounds, Myriad Landscape, Evolving Wilds, Terramorphic Expanse, 8 mountains, and 12 forests make up our land base. Sol Ring, Arcane Signet, Thrawn Dynamo, Goblin Anarchomancer, Sakura Tribe Elder, Nature's Lore, Rampant Growth, 3 Visits, Cultivate, Kodama's Reach, Skyshroud Claim, Solemn Simulacrum, and Sword of the Animist help us to ramp out and stay ahead of the curve. Toski, Bearer of Secrets, Irresistible Prey, Underworld Breach, Odra Kaslim, Deepest Growth, Orin Frostfang, Eternal Witness, Benefactor's Draught, Wheel of Misfortune, Provoke, Garruk's Uprising, and Colossal Majesty help us to dig through our deck or replay cards as needed. Abrade, Return to Nature, Beast Within, Naturalize, Archdruid's Charm, Anzrag's Rampage, Chaos Warp, Bolt Bend, Decimate, and Hull Breach help us to keep our opponents in line. Blasphemous Act, Hurricane, and Bane of Progress let us reset the board when needed. Zapandrel, Hunger Dominus, Xenagos, God of Revels, Itali, Primal Storm, General Marhalt, Elves-Dragon, Goreclaw, Terror of Kalsisma, Marag, Fury of Akum, Karlach, Fury of Avernus, Stonehoof Chieftain, Galta, Primal Hunger, Itali, Primal Conqueror, and Hellrider help us to close out games and smash our opponents. Supporting our plan, we've got Anara, Wolvid Familiar, Heroic Intervention, Hajar, Loyal Bodyguard, Tamiyo's Safekeeping, Tyvar's Stand, Obscuring Haze, Withstand Death, Compelled Duel, Enlarge, Predatory Impetus, Roar of Challenge, Lure, Naiath of the Dire Hunt, and You Look Upon the Tarrasque. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 50 mana sources split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, right on target. 11 pieces of card advantage, 10 pieces of interaction, 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Scavenger Grounds and Return to Nature, no specific I win cards, but lots of ways to trigger our commander. So ideally, we have something on board that makes our commander bigger, something that increases their power every combat, like Zapandrel or Xenagos, and combine it with some way to make our commanders indestructible. All we need at that point is a way to force blocks, and we have lots of ways to do both. But even if our commander is somehow removed from combat before we can win, we still have tons of big beat sticks that can kill our opponents. I'm actually really excited for this deck and hope to hear stories about how it plays. Are you building an Anzrag the Quake Mole deck? What's your secret deck tech? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. For only $25, you too can have a commander video built at your request. I also want to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Sean, Pob Zombie, Mark, Borgie, Nazwin, Pedro, Tom, Midge, Lucius, Detroff, Rally, Frank, Alex, Jenny, Alex, and Julio. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.